Codes of Harmony. This is going to be a part story time and part, I guess, collective channeling, as well as I'll pull a few cards to see what confirmation we can get. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for seeking harmony both within and without. I really don't know how this video is going to go, as I'm still kind of negotiating and learning more about, hold on, let me turn that off. Okay, so part of this video is going to be me talking about the newish expansion of my telepathic gifts. And so I'm still kind of learning and negotiating with my guides about like how to speak about that, how much to speak about that. So before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge your ancestors, known and unknown. To acknowledge my ancestors, known and unknown, and the ancestors of the ground on which we stand. I would like to invite anybody who is not already a subscriber of this channel to do so, particularly if you resonate with and connecting with my work. This collective work, this beautiful collective ascension work that we're doing here together, which I'm so grateful for. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so sometimes I feel like I'm almost like barometer or thermometer, whichever, of the collective's energy and where the collective are at. This has happened increasingly over the last 3 years and seems to be increasing ever more so. And there has been an expansion of my telepathic gifts recently, that some of the expansion of the telepathic gifts of the collective at this time, they're basically essential to bringing in new earth, which is already here in lots of ways, to connecting into the golden age, the age of Aquarius, the age of the great dawning of collective consciousness. Yeah. So these are naturally things that nobody, most people in living memory, most people have not experienced. So what does this mean for us, for healers, for light workers, for oracles, for sages, for mediums, for starseeds? What does it mean for ascended masters reincarnated, for spirit guides incarnated? It means that it's felt like there's been for the longest time this great divide between those who are serving the collective with healing, who are on a healing journey, and those who are not, those who are fighting against healing. Those who are not committed to serving and healing the collective, which of course also involves heal thyself, and continuing to heal the self, continuing to continue up the staircase of ascension. I would remind you, I'm also an energy worker. I'm very, very, very sensitive to energy. So you may see, sense, feel, or hear me moving energy as we do this reading. Why don't I see if there's any cards that want to start off this. I'm going to kind of go in between story time. I'm trying to talk in the safest way that I know about my new expanded telepathic connection to the collective, is what I want to say. I also get the sense a lot of people in the collective think that it has been something that I have done for power, for nefarious reasons, and it's quite the opposite. In fact, for a long time I didn't actually realize and understand the magnitude and the depth of my telepathic connection to the collective. And I'm, as I said, I'm still negotiating with my guides about how to talk about that. And if any of you ever want to talk to me about that, and any of you ever feel drawn to communicate with me around my telepathic connection to the collective, you are more than welcome to. For I am, in many ways, a being of other worlds, not of this world, but I am in this world. I'm here in having a human experience. So you can talk to the human as well if you would like. Please give me clear divine guidance. My email, if you didn't know it, is codesofharmony@gmail.com. Please give me clear divine guidance. Be most beneficial for everyone involved. So like I said, I seem to be some kind of radar, some kind of barometer, some kind of thermometer, if you would, around the collective energy, collective frequencies, collective ascension journey, as well as, I guess I can now talk about it like the expansion of collective consciousness that is creating an expansion of telepathic gifts. You may be experiencing this in your life. You may be experiencing this in your meditations. You may be experiencing, I just heard Akashics. You may be experiencing this in your astral travels. Okay, so we're starting with the Page of Wands. I'm just holding it up to the screen for those of you who can see the screen. There may be codes and messages within this. The tarot deck I'm using is called Ask the Witch, is the tarot deck that I'm using. Please give me clear divine guidance, be most beneficial for everyone involved. What can we tell the collective about this expansion of your telepathic gifts, right? And as you've expanded, yes, justice, the justice card. So important. There is just such a big frequency of justice in the collective at the moment. It's so important that all of the healers and light workers start speaking up in the clearest, loudest voice possible. Yeah, this particular one has this like badass mermaid, this like really powerful mermaid who's obviously been through a lot. And there's seals on either side. One seal, which is on her right side, is holding a sword in its mouth. And the other seal is holding the scales of justice. Yeah, I've been channeling a lot about peace, and I also channeled about a new light frequency which is being offered to the collective that is coming through specifically through the light workers, specifically through the star seeds. Then we have the strength card, Leo energy. You have so much inner strength that you have not acknowledged. You have so much inner strength that is literally part of the powering mechanism for the expansion of your telepathic gifts. Some of you are mediums and you either are not aware of that or you are trying to avoid discussing that. Whether that be openly with your spirit guides, with your loved and trusted family, friends or other. Please give me clear divine guidance, be most beneficial. This is Codes of Harmony, by the way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Oh, we have the Empress. I resonate a lot with this particular Empress card. Empress, so you may be pregnant, you may be birthing something, you may be creating life in whatever new way that is. Some of you might be, I don't know, planting a new garden. Some of you might be launching a business. Some of you might be This is really messages about telepathy. So in whatever way you are an empress, regardless of your gender, whatever way you are an empress at this moment in your journey, you are manifesting something that is going to benefit and heal and continue to help the collective's expansion of telepathic gifts take place. And your guides are wanting to thank you for that in this moment. So, what have we got so far? We got the Page of Wands, new beginnings, and fire sign energy. We have the Justice card, which has these beautiful seals on it. One with a sword, one with the scales of justice. I just heard liberty and peace. I also think it's interesting, the tail of the mermaid reminds me of like a pinstripe suit. I don't know, I've never seen it like that, but today it looks like that. And she has all this wild, like, tangly hair, and she has bandages, and she's had parts of her fingers cut off, right? We then have the Empress. This Empress looks like she's waiting for something. I also note this sign, which is the Ankh, or as many contemporary people might call it, the sign for femme or woman or feminism. We then have the Strength card, a very fiery Strength card. Out of the ashes we rise. We rise, yes. So maybe I'm now receiving word about messages, channeling about, and I know I'm going to get more downloads about the new frequency of light, the new spectrum of light that's coming through, which is being shown to me as that each healer, each, you know, might want to call yourself a chosen one, you might want to call yourself a starseed, light worker, whatever. As I said, I'm an energy worker. You may find un momento. You may find that that as your telepathic gifts expand, you start seeing color more. You may start seeing color in more of a vivid, bright way. You may be drawn to make art, to make sigils, to make protective jewelry, I just heard. And just remember that your intention is everything. The intention, the love that you put into that emblem, that is what is going to make it magic. Obviously, we can also find, purchase, or be given things that are already filled with beautiful, strong, magical intent. More messages for the collective about this beautiful new wave of telepathy, these new expanded gifts. You might be like me, and you might be having new expanded connections to the collective that you are not yet in control of, and maybe you never will be. Maybe that's actually divinely guided, and that's the way it's meant to be. I'm seeing seeing a magnolia in my mind, and maybe part of this message is about, so then we have the Six of Wands, acknowledgement for all the hard work that you've done, acknowledgement for all of the love and care that you have given to the collective. At this time, you will be getting your due justice, is what I just heard. Due, like you're due. You are owed justice, you are owed liberty, you are owed acknowledgement, you are really owed this Six of Wands for everything that you have done for the collective, is what I'm hearing. Everything you continue to give, share, and offer up to the collective at this time. We then have the Nine of Cups, yeah? So some people talk about the Nine of Cups as being a strong message about having your own abundance, having your own, I just heard, resilience, and your own independence. This is some way going to be vital and important to the collective for the next part of this ascension journey. it's so fun having you all drop in for like a millisecond and then just disappear. It's really fun. Yeah. And what else about the collective ascension? Oh, they want me to use some of these drawn oracle cards that I created. Please give me clear divine guidance, be most beneficial. What symbols can we talk to the collective about this new, incredible strengthening, right? Strengthening of your telepathic gifts. Obviously, as your gifts expand, you are also required to work on them, to continue harnessing them, to learn about them, to find reliable resources that you trust. Oh, we have the Tower card. It's not a tower card, it's just a tower. But like the tower is such a strong symbol for the collective at this time. As we talk about the towers falling often, please give us clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. This is Codes of Harmony. Thank you for clicking like, share, and subscribe, because it helps bounce out these messages to get to more members of the collective so that we can rise together. Decorate. Okay, you may be throwing a party, you may be decorating, you may be changing the colors in your sleeping space, in your living space. The tower and decorate. And then I just saw like the tower being like decorated with these colorful streamers, which is also interesting because then it's like, is it the old tower? Are we celebrating the old tower as it falls and tumbles, as the cookie crumbles? Or are we celebrating the building of a new tower of telepathy, a new way that we are all connected, the way that we are all divinely awoken to our true inner power, our true inner strength? It's important to understand that people who are extremely telepathic are traveling through multiple dimensions and planes of time. I've been getting lots of messages about the love revolution, or the second coming of the love revolution, which I have channeled for many years as part of the prophecy that I am here for. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. So I've been thinking a lot about love and starseeds and the collective's new ability, and the way it was coming through the other day is that the collective of healers are going to have access and be able to safely express and receive peace, love, unity, and faith in a way that is going to be much more holistic, much more aligned with the rest of the world as the collective continues to awaken. We then have diamond, shine bright like a diamond, and sword. So then I just saw a sword made of diamonds, or a diamond sword. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Why don't we get some clarity on this Six of Wands recognition? Water, okay, water with this drop, which could also be seen as a teardrop, as well as, of course, the deeper emotions that sit within you, the ocean of emotion that is within you, your intuition, your ancient knowingness is what I'm hearing. We then have mushroom. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms may be something that you work with, the symbolism or otherwise. We then have 77, very powerful number. That's an angel number that may mean something to you, maybe a message for you. Please keep in mind, not everything will resonate with you. Only take what does and leave what does not for somebody else. That's so important at this time, as you know, we really are drawing some final lines in the sand. We really are calling in and petitioning to our guides, to the higher powers above as well as below, to help us heal as a collective, which of course means healing Mother Gaia. Please give me clear divine guidance. That'll be most beneficial for everyone involved. Spiral, I just heard the spiral of time. So time is becoming much more flexible, much more lucid, much more elusive. Spectrum of time is expanding for the collective in order for the collective to expand to meet their own knowingness, both ancient and futuristic. The collective is moving through a new expanded, multi-layered timeline that we have all manifested together via our healing. And there is definitely, they're talking about light workers finally getting their justice. Light workers finally getting peace. Light workers finally being able to speak up about everything that we go through. Light, yeah. So yeah, shine brightly. It's so important for the collective to be shining brightly, especially connected to this Six of Wands. Returning starlight is what I just heard. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Yeah, it's almost like I've become not only a channel for the collective, but a channel of the collective. It's like I have become, in some way, a muse. A mystical muse for the entire collective. And this seems to have had quite a dramatic effect on my gifts of telepathy, my gifts of mediumship. Yeah. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. What else can we tell the collective about this new network, almost, this new superhighway of telepathy that is between us? Candles. You might work with candles. Candles might be special for you in some kind of religious, cultural, or spiritual context. Oh, my nose just went so itchy. Ooh! Witch's nose. Yeah, the end of the witch hunts, okay? The end of the witch hunts and the exposure of the current witch trials that have been taking place. Then we have spirits. Spirit. And it goes without saying, these are my drawings, so please do not replicate, copy, screenshot, and use them, especially without acknowledging me. Water. Water, water, water. So much water. This comes through with waves, which is interesting because I heard like a wave of telepathy. And then underneath we have flower. I love flowers so much. And let's just move a tiny bit of energy. Yeah, and I've also become like a physical transmuter for the entire collective. I just heard fate. The word fate. now they want me to do something I haven't done in ages, which is a little book channeling. Yeah, so I'm going to flip through this book, which is titled Myths and Legends, the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Myths and Legends. I'm going to flick through and see what page comes up. Like page in the book, not like a page who, from the tarot, right? Please give me clear divine guidance. Okay, what have we landed on? Okay, so there's like, it's incredible, this book, because it has so many different myths and legends in it. But the one on this page that I believe that I'm being drawn to read I'm meant to read that one to you. Agni. In Hindu mythology, the god of fire and one of the three chief deities of the Rig Veda. The oldest religious document surviving in India. His ancient companions were the sky gods Indra and Surya, the sun god. Agni was born out of the sacred lotus created by Brahma. He is usually shown with 2 red faces, 7 tongues, and 4 hands. He is clothed in black, carries a flaming spear, and is born in a chariot with the winds 4 wheels. With the winds 4 wheels. So like, which is drawn by fiery horses. Of course, please excuse if I'm not pronouncing everything in human language the way it's meant to. Agni can take on other appearances, however. For example, when Indra commanded him to destroy a swarming host of flesh-eating goblins, Rakshas, Agni took on a hideous form with iron tusks and razor-sharp teeth. Agni symbolizes the vital spark in nature. He consumes that he can take, so that he can make things live. He exhausts himself by consuming too many offerings. To recover his strength, he is obliged to burn the Khandava forest with the assistance of Krishna and Arjuna, who guard each end of it so that its inhabitants cannot escape. Agni is held to be one of the guardian deities of the world. Each deity, with the aid of an elephant, presides over one of the 8 points of the compass. His point is the southeast at the place where dawn breaks. In several Vedic hymns, he is credited with making the sun and filling the night with stars. In popular belief, to poke a fire disturbs Agni. Among Agni's powers are the ability to grant immortality and purification from sins after death. He is therefore appealed to on all important occasions, especially weddings and funerals. His cult has largely disappeared among Hindus. And today he is called upon only by lovers to intervene in their affairs and by men to increase their virility. Okay, wow. I hope this has been beneficial for you. And I hope, yeah, I'll continue to open up this conversation further and further. And hope to share more and have more, I really hope that healers and light workers can step out of the dark shadows of mystery just a little bit and start communicating a little bit more directly, because we do so much work in the astrals, we do so much work in the akashics, we do so much work in off earth spaces, that sometimes we can forget why we're here, And I don't really fully understand what has happened with my telepathic gifts, but for any of you that were wondering, my normal tricks or my normal processes around opening and closing the portal of telepathy, the ones that have steadfast been beneficial, useful, and that I've been able to use like that for many, many years, they don't seem to be, they don't have the same effect on this new expanded connection to the collective. And yeah, make sure that you are loving and kind to all of the light workers who are trying to help you and help the collective. So much love from Codes of Harmony. Mwah!